Hi, welcome to HATV. I'm Scott Laird. Today in the studio we have April Spencer, who just finished Health Minister training here at Hallelujah Acres. Welcome, April. First of all, I want to ask you, what was it about your health journey that brought you to the Hallelujah diet?
When I was 12, I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia. At 14, I ended up with severe depression. Severe depression. And it went on with migraines up until when about 18, I went to the gynecologist, and they told me I would never have kids unless I had all these surgeries, and then the chance of ever conceiving was in 10–15%. I went to an iridologist when I was 19, and he put me on a program for cancer in the uterus and ovaries, and they cannot tell you it was, but his exact words were, "You better take this. If it was me, I would take this before it would not help anymore." So at 22, I had my little boy, so nothing medical at all. But through the years, I had to continue to do a maintenance program for the tumors and cysts that would come back. Then about 22 after I had him, I went through another bout of severe depression, and I started getting sick a lot. There were times if it had not been for God and my little boy, I wouldn't have got off the couch. Probably when I was around 26, I started getting sick constantly. I was sick once to twice a month with bronchitis, allergies, well, more sinus problems than allergies. Then when I was 28, I woke up one night and I felt like there was a vice around my chest, and I could not breathe. It was scary. It was severe pain. I'd never felt pain like that before, and I just kept praying and praying because I did not want to go to the hospital, and I thought I was dying. And after probably, it seemed like hours, but I'm sure it was a few minutes, it started to ease. And by the next day, I could barely get out of the bed because of my breathing, and it was just so labored, and it was just horrible. Well, they put me in the hospital, and they thought I had pneumonia. Well, it turned out they said I had severe asthma. But they started me on steroids. They gave me 2 clot busters in my stomach. They gave me IV antibiotics and breathing treatments. I stayed so irritated the whole time. I was just shaking, and my chest was beating to where you could see my hand move. It was beating that hard, and apparently that wasn't a big deal. I don't know. So, but in the 2 weeks they weaned me off, I gained 20 pounds from the steroids. They found out that I had a heart defect from the treatments, and I was reacting so bad to the Advair and the inhalers that I took myself off of them, and I started doing natural things. Well, then we moved to a different church, and I met a great guy, Jeff Whittinghill, and he told me about the Hallelujah Acres diet. So didn't know about the recovery diet, just knew about that, and I had a juicer that I'd had for a few years. It was a Juiceman juicer. And so I started juicing, and I went everything it said, but like I said, I didn't know about the recovery. So it took, the migraines started going away pretty good, the depression started going away pretty quick. It took quite a while for the asthma and the allergies, because after I got out of the hospital, deodorant, anybody's deodorant in the room, I would have to leave. I was that sensitive. If somebody had washed their clothes in Downy and their covers were on, they had a little blanket laying there, I had to leave. I was run out of all kinds of stores just because of perfumes, and it was pretty bad. It was making it pretty rough at the house too, because my husband's deodorant and everything. It was, I thought I was going to go crazy there for a while, but then when I found that and I just jumped right into it, everything started getting better. Like I said, it took a while for the asthma and the allergies to go away, or to get better, because of because I wasn't doing the recovery. But then my last checkup with my cardiologist, my hole in the heart was smaller. And then my little boy had took vaccinations before he went to school. Well, we never had any problem. I mean, he was a great little kid. Never gave anybody any problem. And after he took the last set of vaccinations, it was like somebody had picked him up and put a little monster there. I mean, it was horrible. He cried. He would scream. He didn't want to listen. He would kick and hit. He'd never had sugar up until then, really. Never had a Coke, but that Halloween he went trick-or-treating and the candy, the sugar made it worse. Well, we put him on that diet. The year before, when all that happened, he'd missed 14 days of school. And the next year he did not miss any. And he got the Citizenship Award for the best manners, and she said he was the best mannered child she had ever taught in her life in one year on the Hallelujah Acres diet. Well, less than 1 year.
How have you tailored the Hallelujah diet to work with your son?
Well, one thing about that is that most of the kids at the school take their lunch. So, and he also has 3 other friends in the school that follow the Hallelujah Acres program, so that makes it easier. We've actually had little kids to ask if he had cancer because he didn't eat Doritos or Skittles or hot dogs or anything. And he's like, no, my mom just loves me. I'm like, Hunter. But that's what he told him. And so he will take his juice to school sometimes, or he'll take like almond butter sandwiches on Ezekiel bread. He'll take avocado sandwiches. Loves tomato sandwiches, so we do them a lot. Before he went to Christian school and the public school, it was more difficult. But last year when we changed him to the Christian school, it made a big difference, a big impact. And because he's eating that way for his health, and he has allergies to things, the teachers made it plain to the other kids that, you know, he has to do this for his health. So it works real well. And
how is your health looking today?
My health is pretty well great today. You know, I can exercise. Me and my husband just finished a 90-day extreme exercise program, and it was a lot of fun. And I had energy, had all kinds of energy. I have energy. My everything. My migraines are gone. I don't have to take any type of medication for cysts, tumors. I've not had any kind of pharmaceutical medication in over 4 years, so I'm just really good. The main thing that I guess my passion is that just so many people could be helped. We have, I don't know, we have probably 10 people in our church right now that has cancer, you know. But then we have a big for our community children's outreach program, and you can watch all the kids that have what they say is ADHD or all that. They can't be still, but their diets are some of the worst diets when you watch. And there are so many kids that would not have to go through that, because it's not just hard on the parents, it is extremely hard on the kids. You give my little boy sugar to this day, and I feel more sorry for him than I do anybody that has to deal with him. So there are so many kids that could learn better, that could pay attention and not be picked on or, you know, made fun of because of that. And all they would have to do is just change a little bit, you know. It would help so much.
Thank you, April, for joining us today. And thank you for joining us. For HATV, I'm Scott Laird. We'll see you next time.